In the late 19th century, the United States found itself at a crossroads of expansionism and global influence. One of the pivotal moments in its emergence as a global power was the Spanish-American War, which took place in 1898. Here's a brief story of that transformative conflict. The stage was set in the late 1800s when Spain, once a dominant colonial power, found itself struggling to maintain control over its remaining overseas territories, particularly Cuba. Cuban revolutionaries had been fighting for independence from Spain for years, and their plight captured the attention of many Americans who sympathized with their cause. Tensions between the United States and Spain reached a boiling point when the USS Maine, an American battleship, exploded in Havana Harbor on February 15, 1898. While the cause of the explosion remains disputed to this day, the American press sensationalized the event, blaming Spain and clamoring for war. Fueled by sensationalist headlines and public outrage, the United States government declared war on Spain on April 25, 1898. President William McKinley cited Spain's alleged atrocities in Cuba and the need to protect American interests as justification for the conflict. The war itself was brief but intense. American forces, led by Admiral George Dewey, scored a decisive victory over the Spanish fleet in the Battle of Manila Bay, effectively securing control over the Philippines, then a Spanish colony in the Pacific. In the Caribbean, American troops, including the famous Rough Riders led by Theodore Roosevelt, engaged Spanish forces in Cuba. Despite initial setbacks, American military prowess and superior firepower eventually led to the defeat of Spanish forces at the Battle of Santiago de Cuba. On August 12, 1898, Spain and the United States signed the Protocol of Peace, which effectively ended hostilities. The ensuing Treaty of Paris, signed on December 10, 1898, officially concluded the war and ceded several Spanish territories to the United States, including Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. The Spanish-American War had far-reaching consequences for the United States. It marked the emergence of the nation as a global power with interests beyond its own borders. It also ignited debates about imperialism and America's role in the world, shaping its foreign policy for decades to come. For Spain, the war was a humiliating defeat that hastened the decline of its once mighty empire. The loss of its colonies dealt a severe blow to Spanish prestige and contributed to political instability at home. In the broader context of world history, the Spanish-American War heralded the dawn of a new era of imperialism and global conflict, setting the stage for the tumultuous 20th century. The Spanish-American War remains a fascinating chapter in American and world history, illustrating the complex interplay of politics, imperialism, and nationalism during the late 19th century.